This is the Akaso 360. It is a budget-friendly camera that is designed for action sports, but not only that, it videos in 360. It has lenses on both sides, and I think it's the best camera you can buy if you're going to buy a camera to record yourself cycling. And I'm going to tell you why. So this was sent to me by Akaso to do a review on. They haven't given me any money, they haven't even given me anything to say about it. All they've said is, this is a camera, please try it out and see what you think. And you may know this already if you've seen any of my videos before, I use 360 cameras. I have done for a long time, and they are crazy expensive, is the simple way of saying it. This, on the other hand, is not, and it is possibly a bit of a game changer. To try and illustrate how good it is, obviously we need to test it out, so I thought I'd take you on a bit of a day in the life of being a content creator in the cycling industry, and we're going to go and play with it and do some 360 stuff with it. So after dropping the kids off, I did swing back home and swap bikes, mainly because I could, no other real reason. On the way back, I did spot a massive pile of rubbish that people had just left all over the field. It kind of depressed me a little bit, so I did spend some time picking it back up again. So what is this camera then, and what's so good about it? So this is the box it comes in. It's nice and thin, nothing crazy, which was a little bit like, well, there's nothing going to be in here. But to go over a couple of the specs, so the actual camera itself is 5.7K 360 video. That refers to like the actual 360 video itself, but when you export the footage, when it's just like one side of the camera, it comes out at 4K, which is more than anybody would actually need. 72 megapixels 360 photos, which is pretty cool. 360 super smooth feature, which is essentially stabilization, and I was quite surprised by this stabilization. I think it's really, really good. It's got the invisible selfie stick, which is when you put it on the actual stick itself, it stitches it out so you can't see the actual pole. So it's not, if you hold it in a sensible way, you would never even know that you would hold in the candle. It gives that drone effect, which is pretty cool. It's got AI tracking, it's weatherproof, dual sensors, all those sort of things. And then one of the things I was most surprised by, and I think if you look at competitors, it took a lot longer for them to come with this part, was the actual screen. So there's a massive touch screen on the actual camera itself. You can see what you're shooting, which I was really blown away with. And it's like, it's not the best, like it's pretty good, to be honest, but for what you need it for, like to just see what you're viewing, is amazing. But one of the big things with 360 cameras is it doesn't matter, because you can just reframe it afterwards, and that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. The actual app itself is super easy to use as well. You can go on the actual app itself, pull up the timeline of the actual video, and you can pinpoint the parts of the video that you want to change. So when you see my shots where it's gone from one angle to another, you do all that in the app before you export it, which is super useful, and it's just easy to kind of like get the nice cool flowy 360 kind of shots and stuff. What's also worth mentioning, inside the box as well, you get the actual camera itself. You get 2 batteries, which I actually emailed them and asked them if that was correct or not, because I didn't expect there to be 2 batteries in it. But that's like, batteries are always the most expensive thing. When you buy it, you spend all this money on an action camera or whatever it might be. To get additional batteries is a pretty good little thing. Comes in a pouch inside, USB cables and starter guides and stuff like that. Pretty decent. So after the adventure we've had so far, I did go over to the Stayer workshop, which is where I work. I needed to get a load of footage of a project we're working on at the moment. But also I wanted to grab the camera and stick it in some sparks, because I thought it'd look cool. But naturally, before I got there, I had to do the most traditional 360 camera thing, and had to do this.
That and fuck it.
No, that's alright. Nah, it's fine. It's not even slightly broken. That's good to me. Now, I wouldn't have done that generally of many cameras, just because they're expensive, and I feel a little bit bad doing it considering this one turned up on my doorstep. But I thought it was a kind of an honest test to see how durable it was, and it's probably hard to see on the lens, but I mean it's fine. There's no marks on it at all. Sam mentions, you can kind of hear him saying like the fact that, like, because I talked about putting this near fire and stuff, I was worried about melting. He said that the actual grinder is just spitting molten bits of metal at it. It's probably worse, and on reflection it probably was worse, but it held up to it. And usually by now I've scratched my cameras, and this one I haven't, so that's got to say something for it as well. So in a nutshell, it's a very good camera. I was expecting to get it and be kind of like okay, and I think for the price, okay would have been okay. But genuinely, I've really enjoyed using it. The app was another thing I was worried about. Sometimes the cheaper action cameras and stuff, the app's really crappy and it's hard to use it all, and the app's one of the most important things. the GoPro app sucks, in my opinion, always has done. So it's one of those things. I was quite, skeptical, but it's really, really good. I like it very much. And I should probably say how much it is if you don't already know. So there's a couple of packages, but the base package, which is this one here, that comes with the 2 batteries, the 360 camera, is £200. That's like more than half of the kind of competitor on the market at the moment, and I don't think this is half the camera. This is nearly as much as the camera, if that makes sense. I think this is such a good deal. I wasn't quite sure what this video is going to be when I kind of said yes to these guys, but like after using it for a few days and like testing it out and stuff, like it's now part of the fleet. Like I'm going to be using this camera all the time. It's very, very good. I like it. Once again, they've not paid me to say any of these things. They just said, do you want to play with the camera? And I said, yes, please. But I rate it. It gets a Craig seal of approval. But if you want to learn more about this camera, or maybe even purchase one yourself, there will be links down below in the description. You can go and check them out, and there will be affiliate links as well. So thank you very much. If you are going to check it out with me. And I think that brings us to end to another video. If you enjoyed this type of content, we do lots of different cycling related stuff, whether it be products and reviews, but most importantly, the thing that we all love around here the most is playing around with old bikes. I have a few builds coming up. I say that a lot, but I actually do. So if you want to stick around for those sort of things and more videos in the future, do feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free and it helps me out a bunch. And if you can't wait to the next one, that one there is a particularly good one.